All right, let's dive into some music. We're going to be talking all about Symphonicity Full Circle concert coming up on November 17th.
Yeah, this concert is really interesting. It's not just, another night at the symphony. It's actually a whole celebration of cultural connections and artistic excellence.
Right, exactly. This Full Circle concert is a tribute to Virginia Beach's Filipino sister city.
Olongapo.
Thank you. And what's really cool is that it's happening right here at the Sandler Center.
November 17th, 3 p.m.
November 17th, 3 p.m. Tickets start at just $26.
Now, I was looking through the program and I noticed something interesting, almost like a little game they're playing. This whole idea of circles.
Oh.
Not just visually, but musically too. The way the pieces are arranged, their keys, even the timeline of when they were composed. There's this circularity to it all. I think they're hinting at something deeper here.
Fascinating. I can't wait to see how that plays out.
Me too. And guess what? This concert is part of a whole Sister Cities season. So there's even more musical adventures to come.
Oh, wow. It's like a global exploration through music.
Exactly. Connecting Virginia Beach to its sister cities all around the world. Speaking of which, let's talk about Olongapo.
Okay.
Now, I know many folks might just think naval base, right, when they hear that name.
Right.
But there's so much more to this city.
Absolutely. Olongapo is actually a vibrant city on the island of Luzon in the Philippines.
Okay.
And get this, it's home to over 260,000 people.
Wow, that's a lot bigger than I imagined.
And what's really interesting is that after the naval base closed, it transformed into a free port zone.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah. So that means it's a special economic area with relaxed trade restrictions. It's designed to attract investment and boost economic activity.
I see. So it's almost like a fresh start.
Exactly. It's become a hub for tourism and international trade.
Okay, so let's move on to the music.
Yes, the heart of the matter.
We're in for a real treat here. A journey through different musical eras and styles. Starting with something familiar, canon in D.
Ah, a classic.
But there's a twist. It's not just the orchestra playing. They've incorporated student musicians from the Visual and Performing Arts Academy at Salem High School. And get this, they'll be spread throughout the theater. Imagine that canon washing over you from every direction.
I can't even imagine.
So cool. The program notes talk about that circular chord progression and the way the melody intertwines, creating that mesmerizing effect.
Imagine being surrounded by that iconic melody from all directions.
Right. It's going to be this incredible immersive experience. Even though it's a simple piece, it's full of hidden depths. It's built on this repeating bass line, a ground bass, that forms the foundation for the whole thing. Then on top of that, you have these variations, each one building on the one before it.
So it's like a musical conversation.
Exactly. And in this performance, it's even more interesting because they're layering in another piece, Love is Love is Love is Love, by Abby Bettinas.
Wow.
So they're taking this classic piece and giving it a modern twist, adding vocal elements and involving these young musicians. I'm really curious to hear how it all comes together.
Me too. So it sounds like a fascinating blend of old and new. Okay, so what comes after this unique canon in D?
From there, we move into a world premiere, a piece called Anima by Filipino composer Jem Talaroc.
Okay.
And what's really interesting about this one is that it's deeply rooted in Filipino musical traditions, specifically inspired by an Ifugao chant.
Ifugao chant. I have to admit, that's new to me.
The Ifugao people are an indigenous group in the Philippines. It's a traditional form of vocal music from the Cordillera region of the Philippines.
Oh, wow.
So he's exploring this concept of the soul, or anima, beyond the material world.
Yeah, it's deep.
And drawing on his cultural heritage, his spiritual beliefs.
So he's weaving in those traditional Filipino elements.
And get this piece actually won a national prize in the Philippines.
Wow. A world premiere, and it incorporates these ancient traditions. This is really shaping up to be a special concert. Anything else from the Philippines?
Actually, yeah. The performance will be live streamed to the Philippines, so they're building a cultural bridge between Virginia Beach and Olongapo in real time.
Amazing.
Then we have Grieg's Piano Concerto in A minor, performed by an incredible pianist, Matthew Calderon. This guy's bio is just mind-blowing.
Oh, tell me more.
Performances all over the world, top prizes in competitions, you name it. And his story really embodies the spirit of this concert.
How so?
Well, he was born and raised in the Philippines. He's achieved international acclaim, and now he's performing here in Virginia Beach, a city connected to his homeland through this Sister City program.
It's like his career has come full circle.
Exactly. And get this, He made his debut at just 16 with the Manila Chamber Orchestra.
16.
I know, talk about starting strong. And he's now based in Houston, but it's like he's coming back to his roots through this concert.
That's beautiful. What a journey.
And his dedication is incredible too. He didn't just stop at one degree. He has a Doctor of Music from Brigham Young University. And guess what? He's currently pursuing a second doctorate in collaborative piano.
He's a lifelong learner. I love that.
Oh, and here's a fun fact. Not only is he an accomplished pianist, but he also has a passion for operatic singing.
So he's a pianist and a tenor. That's incredible. Multi-talented.
Right. It makes you wonder how his singing experience might inform his approach to the piano.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear if there's a connection between the vocal and instrumental expression in his performance.
Definitely something to listen for. Okay, to wrap up this incredible musical journey, we have Beethoven's Symphony 2 in D major. Now, this one might not be as well known as his fifth or ninth,
Right.
but it's still incredibly powerful.
I bet.
It was actually composed during a really difficult time for Beethoven.
Oh, he didn't know that.
He was grappling with the fact that he was losing his hearing, and he was also battling depression.
Oh, wow. Imagine pouring your heart and soul into music while facing such profound challenges.
It's heartbreaking, but also inspiring. He actually wrote a letter to his brothers expressing his despair and even contemplating suicide.
Oh, my goodness. It makes you listen to the music differently, doesn't it?
It really does. Knowing the context, it becomes more than just notes on a page. It's a reflection of the human spirit, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. The resilience, the transformative power of art.
It's incredible. Oh, and you know what else is awesome? Maestro Booth included his recommended recordings for each piece right there in the program notes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's like getting a personalized playlist curated by the conductor himself.
I love that. It gives us a chance to hear the music through his ears and understand his interpretation of these pieces.
Absolutely. And that's not all. We also have some special guests.
Oh, right. The program notes mention Virginia Beach Mayor Bobby Dyer and Cynthia C. Romero.
Yes, she's representing the Philippines Cultural Center and is also chair of the Virginia Beach Arts and Humanities Commission.
And they'll be speaking at the concert.
They are, which really emphasizes how important this concert is. It's not just about the music. It's about cultural diplomacy, community engagement.
It's amazing how Symphonicity is weaving all of these elements together. Oh, and there's one more thing. The Philippine National Anthem.
Right. Malia Diaz, a local talent and a governor's school for the arts grad, will be performing it.
Wow, they've really thought of everything.
So we've journeyed through centuries of music, from Baroque to Romantic.
Even touched on contemporary.
And each piece, in its own way, reflects that full circle theme.
Whether it's the structure, the context, the personal stories.
It all comes together. And we see that theme playing out in the connections between Virginia Beach and Olongapo, too.
Yeah, a reminder that we're all part of this larger global community.
Connected through that love of art, that desire to understand different cultures.
It's a beautiful thing.
Listen with your ears, but also with your heart.
Let the music wash over you.
Feel those connections, that shared humanity.
And if this deep dive has sparked your curiosity, check out their website. You'll find info on upcoming concerts, their programs.
Everything's Symphonicity.
Who knows? You might discover something new.
A new passion, a new community.
It's all out there.
Until next time.
May your life be filled with the beauty of music.
This podcast was produced by Symphonicity, the Symphony Orchestra of Virginia Beach, Virginia. To get tickets or to learn more about their concerts and events, visit symphonicity.org.